What stream?
The one we just had. What happened? Like connection or
Was it laggy for you?
no? You said you're gonna like reconnect, so I thought something happened.
I don't know. Everyone was saying that I was laggy. I don't know. He
I
was
think it was
laggy
the
for
other
me a
guy.
bit. Yeah, the other
It
guy
was
was
the other
laggy.
guy. I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
he was
too.
out where? What state?
He was in Kentucky. He's in the country.
That's probably a part of it. If we're
Yeah,
being
no, that's
honest.
definitely.
Well, no, but he was actually I liked some of the stuff he was saying near the end of it. You know, getting towards the travel.
The travel stuff.
Yes, I love the travel stuff.
Yeah, of course. I have a lot that I can say about travel. Honestly, I've been thinking a little bit before I hopped on this stream. It's just me
Well,
now. Hey, Jed, how are you?
I think your travel's your bread and butter, man. I really do. That's how I found you.
Sorry, you lagged out a little bit. What'd you say?
I think your travel is your bread and butter.
Probably, but like I said, I need to see more support. I did an hour-long video like a week ago of showing Budva, and I got nothing but just haters and like people that sounded like they were jealous because they don't get to travel much. But like, not a
Well,
single person left a super chat, huh? And you understand that's
that
not
doesn't
too
sound much
encouraging, right?
different than your political content.
Yeah, but my political
Just a lot of
content, even if
haters.
I stream for an hour, someone's dropping at least one super chat. I mean, come on.
I don't know, man.
I'll keep
I
trying
don't
though.
know.
I'll keep
Maybe it's
trying. Maybe it
the
was just a bad timing. I think it was on a Monday or a Tuesday. A lot of people that actually make money,
yeah.
they're at work, so that's probably why there's nothing but a bunch of haters on there. To be real with you, I need to try to do some travel streams on like the weekend or something. Then I think there would be more some support.
I don't, man. I don't know how to do what you do because you have more extensive knowledge than I do about the whole travel and YouTube thing. Like I said, I don't do that. I just like talking to you and I like listening to you. I really do.
Hell yeah.
But dude, who knows? I think that travel is more universal because think about it like this. You
Not
started
everyone
off as a
supports
U.S.
Trump,
citizen,
but
right?
everyone likes travel. I know that much. But
Well, no. No, I wasn't going there with that. I'm saying you started off like U.S. citizen, right?
yeah, what happened? You froze.
My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You started off as a U.S. citizen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot of people because America. We both know America's not the biggest place in the world. There are people that would love to hear about your experiences in America because
Yeah, a
they
lot of
don't know
people
how
ask me
that
that
goes.
here. I've lived in
Yes.
Spain and here and other places. A lot of people ask me about that.
Can you see me? Is my
Yeah,
is
I
my
can see
stream
you.
fixed?
Someone says,
Okay,
yes, I
cool.
agree. Traveling helps people expand their minds. Through travel, you
But
learn,
there's
for
a
example, that it's not the Iranian people who are evil, it's the government. Yeah, I know. When I lived in Spain, I met so many Iranian people, really good people, and they are not evil at all. They're really, really good people. It's just the government. It's not too good. But yeah,
yeah,
travel
but
is
I'm
really good. I'm
saying
gonna like trust me, if I could, get all the support and all the super chats that I'm getting for these political questions on the travel content, I would definitely, push more and more to do travel content. But it's just like these people rather just like have a derangement syndrome and obsession syndrome over politics. But I'm building my channel. I'm building it up. I'm gonna try. Like I said, my main goal is to blend these two together, and I would like to do a lot. Like I understand it's like 90% political talks right now and like 10% travel content. What happened? Are you good? Are you there?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. My bad. Connection issues.
Yeah, no, as I
No,
was saying,
it's
like
'cause the thing
I wish
is,
I could get more support and stuff like that for it's just like,
but
you understand like the engagement and stuff like that. People are really obsessed with this whole American politics thing.
yeah, but the same thing is, dude, like I was telling you the other day, uh, somebody that your name's Zero in travel, right? You're
Yeah,
going to bring in a lot of European people, probably just off that name alone, and they're going to look into your United States experiences. And I think that that's going to be a huge driver as far as, dude, there are people like the same way we talk about Serbia the other day.
yeah.
We were talking about just earlier
Serbians
with
want to
that
hear about
guy.
the
We were talking
U.S.
about Caicos
They
and
tell
all
me.
that.
Hmm.
That's there are people that have never been to the United States that see your Euro name. That's how they get drived in. You're on travel, and you talk about the U.S. I think just some live, like you were talking about, like lifestyle vlogging and all that. I think that would be something that would be huge on, like, just to bring people in.
Yeah, I know the videos on YouTube that are extremely popular regarding this kind of stuff is like price breakdowns, like price breakdowns are basically going to other countries' experiences. Like I should do a video like that. I think I actually have a video like that recorded, but I never edited it and posted it for whatever reason. But yeah, I should post that. But like, yeah, I want to post it. I'm going to like broaden things more and more because like I do have a lot of travel plans for the next months. So it's like I'm only gonna. I mean, you're gonna see me like driving around, riding around in cars, going to different countries, and yeah, I still might try to rage bait. I'm not even rage baiting because I just support this man, but they call it rage baiting. I
Yeah.
might try to anger these people a little bit with the Trump hat, of course, but you might also see me like in Albania, Greece, other things like that. Like you'll see all kinds of videos like that and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna do lots of content. Like I said, I my plans for the coming year. I mean, I really want to. I'm thinking about going back to the Netherlands. I'm thinking about going back to the Netherlands because I went there before, and I'd really like to go there. But it really just depends on. Really just depends if the channel wants to see it, and if how everything plays out with everything. We have 210 people in here though, guys. Double tap that screen. Let me know where you guys are coming from. What city? What state? If you guys got any questions, as always, drop some super chats. But yeah, I would love to go back to the Netherlands. I went to Amsterdam before. I would like to go to
How was that?
Amsterdam.
How was Amsterdam?
Amsterdam
Run
is
me through
killer,
it.
man. Like they have hella bars, a hell of a night scene. But honestly, I want to explore out of Amsterdam a little bit because it's mostly like a tourist place. I would like to go to like Rotterdam. There's this other place called Harlem. It's called Harlem, but it's in the Netherlands. It's more of like a local place and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I want to travel all over the Netherlands. Honestly, it looks like a pretty cool place. I mean, it's a pretty cool place. I've been there before, but like, I'd like to get a car and drive around. Before, I was just like staying inside of Amsterdam, and that was pretty cool and stuff like that. In the winter, I remember it was a bit cold, to be honest with you, and that's kind of around the time frame I'm probably looking at going there again. It was a little bit uncomfortably cold because it rains in Amsterdam a shit ton and the weather isn't the best, so it's not really good when it's rainy and cold, man. I mean, I don't have a problem with cold. I like the rain too, but just not when it's rainy and cold. The best time to go to Amsterdam or the Netherlands is probably in the summer.
Well, shit. The summer,
Yeah, I never been there
man.
during the summer.
What is the summer? What is the summer over there? Because I don't know the time frames as far as
I
like
mean, the
the
summer is like the same. I mean, the summer is like June, July, August.
same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Well, that's kind of boring. Yeah.
Sorry, it's not like in September or October. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No.
no.
And I wanted to, besides talking about travel, a couple things because you saw me engaging with your commenters a little bit.
You want to talk about Rhino, huh?
And no, 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 no. Rhino was with what you and that other gentleman were saying. Because I'm not as far at the red hat as you guys are.
Yeah,
But
it's obvious.
yeah, but that's fine. But speaking about, somebody just said I can't afford a ashtray. Somebody just said that, so I'm putting it in a cup. This is a
I'm
this
sorry,
is
that is
a
funny.
yes. Somebody just said that. This is from the Marine Corps unit that I served in. I'm a United States citizen as well as a Mexican citizen. I served in 9th Communication Battalion, Marine Corps, United States. First MiG, first meth. So let's get that out of the way first. This is
Thank you
a
for your
battalion
service, my
cup.
guy, once again.
I earned the right to fucking ash a cigarette in this fucking cup. And I do live in
Hey, what's
America.
up, Dusty? You still can't drop any big super chats. This guy Dusty, let me tell you, he got embarrassed. That's all I'm gonna say. Not he, I'm sorry, she. Sorry, Dusty, you're a woman. My mistake. But if
Yeah,
you guys
just
have any
whoever said
questions or
that.
comments, drop a super chat. All I'm gonna say is Dusty dropped a super chat and saying that Dusty was so rich and Dusty was like, I'm doing better than both of you financially. Then some big swinger came through, dropped a super chat literally 4 times as big. 4 times as big. Dusty, the fella that dropped that hundo, he dropped it twice. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, it's and
Cheers,
whoever
brother. I
whoever
wish I
left
could
that
buy you a
comment,
beer, this guy said.
whoever left that comment, I
No,
served
you
first
didn't leave
MiG,
the
first
chat
meth,
before
United
then.
States
Don't
Marine
lie.
Corps, Camp California. I'm a United States Marine. I'm also a Mexican citizen as well. So leave all
That's
the
right,
fucking
guys. He
and
has an
and
interesting background. If you have any questions for him, he'll answer it for a super
the
chat.
and these people don't even know my political background. That's what's crazy. They're leaving all that hate comment. They don't even know what we're about to talk about.
What do you want? Do you want me to give you my guess of your political stance?
I'm pretty sure you have a good guess on it, but go on.
I mean, I don't have to tell you, but I think that maybe you're more conservative, but you don't support really Trump, and you don't support everything that Republicans or Trump does. But at the same time, I feel like you probably wouldn't support like a Kamala or like a Biden because for obvious reasons. But maybe I'm
I'm not
wrong.
allowed to. I'm not allowed to vote in federal elections. We'll leave it at that. The last person I did vote for was Joe Jorgensen.
I have no clue who that was, to be
Joe
honest with you.
Jorgensen, the Libertarian Party.
Okay, the Libertarian Party. I can get behind that. The Libertarians are cool. Are you in a
Yes,
halfway house? No, he's not in a halfway house. Sorry, these
it is
comments are
a
funny.
halfway. It is halfway of a house.
We got 284 people in here. We got a United States Marine Corps guy here, Mexican citizen, Mexican American citizen. If you guys got any questions about anything, okay, here we go. Here we go, Lope Nope. Are you saying Americans pay for the tariffs? What about the U.S. manufacturer who have to pay for the tariff to import raw material? First off, my guy, it depends on what raw materials. We have majority of the raw materials. We just don't have like lots like copper and stuff like that. That stuff mostly comes from China. But if we're talking about like, do we have like what are some of the stuff that we have in America for like manufacturing? We have steel. I know we have steel in America. We're bringing back steel manufacturing.
We have
My
oil.
friend's a truck driver, and he drives all around the country, and he sees this firsthand that American steel is about to go up in terms of if you're investing in a steel truck or not a steel truck, a steel stock. Sorry, I don't know why the hell I just said truck.
Gas, petroleum, oil. We have that. Kevin, shout out to you. Yes, we have gas, petroleum, and oil.
We have very little oil, but that's just false information. We have some of the most oil reserves in the entire world. I'm not
Texas and
100% sure.
Alaska.
I'm not sure if this is 100% true, so I'm not going to claim it is, but I heard that America has the most oil out of any country in the world. That might not be confirmed proof, but we're definitely in the top 5 or the top 10 in terms of oil.
We are definitely in top 5.
We have a lot of oil, natural gas, even in Kentucky and Texas and Alaska, everywhere. I heard that we have more oil than Saudi Arabia. I don't know if that's true. But if you guys have any questions, comments, drop some more super chats. We'll talk about them. But we do have a lot of natural resources, believe it or not. Hey, YM, how are you?
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of oil. Um, we have a huge manufacturing industry. It would be a lot bigger if we would stop bringing it in from other countries. With the tariffs, I think that's going to start coming.
Aha!
And
So you
people,
do like the tariffs?
I don't like Donald Trump. What I like is economics.
Yeah. This
I
has
really
nothing
like
to
the
do with
facts.
Trump. I mean, yes, it's his tariffs, but it doesn't really matter if you hate him or like him. You can still hate him and admit that tariffs are working or they're doing a good
We're
job.
gonna have, by stopping people from outsourcing jobs, from outsourcing exports, and just relying on what we can manufacture internally. It is a economical fact that we will prosper, bring more jobs. It's going to be better for everybody if we bring it internal. And I don't have Trump's nothing down my throat. You know me. But
Yeah.
it is a fact, 100%, that by bringing internal jobs, internal manufacturing, by putting heavy taxes on stuff that comes in and outsourcing jobs and what comes back from people that outsource jobs, it is a fact that we will prosper more on that. That is something that you cannot argue with. Me and you
I
both agree on
agree, and
that.
all they'll say is no, tariffs are destroying the economy. I mean, I will say this: if you want to talk about the stock market, the Nasdaq lost 10% last year. Right now, we're up
Up,
6%.
up.
We're up right now.
It's up. It's all up. And anybody that has any investment in 401k,
It's up.
NASDAQ, S&P 500, anybody that has any kind of retirement fund right now, you are seeing a plus sign on your, whenever you look at your statement.
Now,
There's a
this is a
plus sign
sad
on there.
comment. All they'll say is, "Look up what was that last time that what was it? What was it called the last time tariffs were implemented? The Hawk something. It was called Hawk.
Hawk
Um,
administration or something. Yeah.
No, it was called like the Hawk something. But this was like damn near like 80 years ago, first off. And second off, tariffs work differently every single time. And what are you talking about the last time tariffs were implemented? That is an idiotic comment. Tariffs have been implemented under every single president. Now, if we're talking about like a global trade war implemented like right now, like they are, like mass tariffs on multiple countries at the same time, yeah, this is the first time in like 50, 60, 70 years since that happened. But tell me this, why didn't Joe Biden get rid of Trump's tariffs on China? He added more tariffs on China. Did you know Joe Biden added tariffs? Nope. Like a genuine question. I'm not trying to make fun of your intelligence or anything like that. But did you know that Joe Biden added more tariffs on China? Now, he wasn't as aggressive as Trump was when it comes to the tariff stuff, but tariffs have been implemented pretty much under every single president for the last, I don't know, at least 100 plus years. So saying the last time tariffs were implemented is such a silly statement. Tariffs have been implemented like under so many different presidents, pretty much every president. But I think what you meant to say was, how it's been implemented like this. First off, this fella is just enjoying his beverage. Second off, you're the one that doesn't have much critical thinking. You just said that this is the first time tariffs have been implemented since like the Great Depression. Since the Great Depression. No, that's not true. It
Not at
isn't the
all.
first time since tariffs have been implemented since the Great Depression. If you believe that, you just don't know the history of tariffs. Like that has to be one of the most like silly things I've heard on here for a while. That this is the first time tariffs have been implemented since so long ago, since the Great Depression. That's not true. Biden increased tariffs on China. He didn't remove any of the tariffs Trump put on his first term. He actually increased the tariffs on China. First off. And this guy
In
doesn't even
China,
like Trump. He admits that tariffs are working because he doesn't have TDS syndrome.
China, and by the way, I don't know. I don't know who here has seen me before. They probably don't give a shit. Um, I'm not wearing a red hat.
Yeah, anyone that's
I
sitting
live in
next to
a
me, they will insult you right away because they think that.
I live in a stronghold city, a sanctuary city. I live in a big blue city. I'm a big blue supporter. As far as if I had to vote, I'd vote one way or the other. I vote to one way. That doesn't matter because my party will never win. The Libertarian Party will never win. Um, and a lot of people don't. They don't understand that. I live in Texas. I'm also live in San Antonio. San Antonio is a sanctuary city. We're a liberal stronghold. I vote blue. If I could vote, but I can't.
Would you
I
rather be an
cannot. I
elephant
cannot
or a
vote.
jackass donkey?
I
I'm sorry,
cannot.
that comment was
I
funny.
cannot vote in any federal election. I'm a convicted felon. Let's get that out of the way. Going back to what we were talking about, as far as rhinos go, that's what I really want to talk to you about.
We're listening.
Remember
What
when
do
I
you got to
said
say?
Trump and Reagan are big rhinos?
I agree. I agree. I think tariffs will hit the dollar short term, which they have already. But long term, I believe that he's a libertarian, that guy. But if you're a libertarian, why can't you do a little bit more research on tariffs? This guy believes in tariffs. You both are libertarians. Why don't you agree on tariffs then? I mean, that's not fair to
They're
say because a lot of
working.
MAGA
Tariffs
disagrees
are
with each other.
working.
Huh?
If you look around right now, if you look around where you live, do you see people that are homeless, asking for money, smoking crack, or do you see people that are going to work every day, traffic, in their cars, in the morning, rush hour traffic, going to work? That is a fact. Right now, the economy is thriving. If you are looking around, seeing people that are homeless in tents, that is probably a product of where you live, where you choose to live. Los Angeles, Chicago. Where else have I lived? Phoenix is slowing down right now on that. There's not many places you see people just homeless out here.
I have family
There's
in
really
Phoenix
not.
too.
I lived in Tucson. Did we talk about that right the other day?
I don't think so.
I lived in Tucson for a long time. I went to U of A. That's something else we'll talk
First
about
off,
later.
he just enjoying his beverage. Second off, I had a lady here that was, quote unquote, intelligent debater. She looked like she was on speed, to be quite frank with you. She had a wall behind her with probably 400 notes, sticky notes about Trump, and she said, "Yeah, I don't work. I have a mental condition. I can't retain information long. I can't stay on topic for too long." And she was like, then she's like, and Trump and Trump, and her head was going like this, and her eyes were going like this, and she was closing her head, and
Yeah.
she was an actual speedhead, and she was trying to debate
Yeah,
me.
her neck, dude, I know. Her neck was move around like a dozen squirrels in a sock. I've seen it.
You were
Dozen
seeing that,
squirrels in
right?
a
That was
sock.
pretty crazy.
I've seen it. So going back, um, to the whole thing that I got on here about the bump stock ban by Donald Trump.
Yes, we
Donald
can talk
Trump,
about
we
that.
both know Donald Trump was a lifelong liberal that saw an opportunity and he switched over. And I'm not saying that Donald Trump has put any wrong policies in place besides one or two things. But when the Vegas shooting happened, we both know he issued the executive order on the bump stock ban.
I don't know if it was an executive
Yes,
order
it
or if
was.
it was a bill. Are you sure it wasn't a bill?
It was originally an executive order, the bump stock ban. And I can pull it up, send you the bill right now. I can send you the executive
Okay,
order.
send me the bill. But one thing I will say before you continue is that yes, he was the one that signed it, but he wasn't the one that created the bill. And yes, I disagree with the bill. But another reason I'll tell you why I think like this is kind of, I agree with you. It's unconstitutional. Literally the reason I think that this argument is kind of pointless. I like talking about it. We can talk about whatever you want. I'm an open book. But when
Yeah.
it comes to this bump stock thing, I think it's kind of like pointless to talk about because who knows if he was just doing this to appease people? I mean, obviously he was because it was after the biggest mass shooting in American history. Second off, you're right, he was a longtime Democrat, but I mean, he owns a firearm himself. He's like said it on interviews and stuff before.
Dude, Nancy Pelosi has a firearm. Half the people in here talking
I
about
know.
you're a MAGA supporter, own firearms. Everybody in here commenting right now, out of all of them, probably 3/4 of them own firearms. The
Probably.
same that does not give you any kind of like Republican credibility, like
I don't
that
agree
going.
with that. But another thing, as I was saying, the Supreme Court literally overthrew the bump stock ban on a federal level. So, of course, gun laws differ by states, but they threw that bill out into the trash because it's unconstitutional. The Supreme
Well,
Court has
I
found.
live in Texas. I live in Texas. You will not catch me riding around with the bump stop
Is it illegal in
because
Texas?
you'll still probably go to prison for that.
That's crazy.
I and you know what? That's where it goes down towards the authoritarian government, like authoritarian government. Like if they catch you with it,
Well, long before that, I would argue that they've already, taken down the Second Amendment, and they've already done multiple things that are against the Second Amendment long before Trump, long before even Reagan, long before all those guys. They've been slowly deteriorating the Second Amendment.
that's yes. Which, by the way, they should not be doing because the Supreme Court has recently ruled it has to have long-standing, like it has to have the law that they pass or anything that they say has to date back to colonial times. So that is where it gets misconstrued. Like, can we have, the for example, felons. Felons, they say that we as felons should not have the right to bear arms.
In
Going
Florida,
back in
felons can
time,
have them after 5 years, but you have to file for your rights again.
you do, but that's due process. But yes, but going back past that, Reagan, as far as what Reagan did, the NFA. That's why I called Trump a rhino about the bump stock ban, and I call Reagan a rhino as well as far as the NFA. And that was the federal the Firearms Owners Protection Act that he signed off against and extended that law, the NFA law. It stopped any new manufacturing of fully automatic firearms,
Yeah, I would say
suppressor.
that's unconstitutional, in my opinion.
Okay, well, I didn't think you'd agree with that. So
Yeah,
we
I
can both
think.
agree that that's
Listen, they have 9 and 10-year-olds running around in Chicago with fully automatic Glock pistols. If they can have this kind of stuff, they're buying these Glock switches off eBay, all kinds of these different websites. I mean, I think it got taken down off eBay to be fair, but there was Glock switches on eBay, there was Glock switches on Alibaba, and many other Chinese websites. You can turn a weapon like that into fully automatic. It's super easy if you actually want to do it. Here's a question though. Did you got your computer? Nice. Did living costs
okay.
raise out there since more people moved from Cali in San Antonio? Did the price raise?
The prices, me and you both know the price has consistently gone up and up and up.
Would you say that's from inflation or people moving though?
I don't think people are moving from California to get
Really?
away from their beliefs. No, no, no. Hold on. Hear me out. I don't think
Okay.
they're moving to get away from shit to move over here to get something better in San Antonio. That's Austin. That's Houston. That's Dallas. I think San Antonio is the least on the map liberal stronghold that they look at.
I think a lot of people are moving to those other places because they don't want to live in a liberal stronghold of a city.
San Antonio is not much better. San Antonio is a very strong liberal. I cannot in you. you can talk to your family about it. I'm sure they've mentioned it. San Antonio is gone as far as liberal strongholds go. It is. There's no taking San Antonio back. The Alamo's gone. It's forgotten.
Yeah, I believe it because I know my aunt. She works as a school teacher for. She's a vice principal actually for fourth and fifth graders, and third graders, everything like that. And I know the kids out there do with like hell of a problems. I mean, we have the same kind of problems with kids in our schools over here in Florida, but like some of the shit that I
San
hear is
Antonio.
nuts.
San Antonio's not. San Antonio's not the place to go to. Houston probably isn't. It'd be Austin or Dallas or the DFW whole metro as a whole. All of that. San Antonio is, and I've talked to you before, but you've seen the rent as well. What I pay, where I live in a nice place for very cheap.
Yeah, you're not even gonna get a one bedroom in an absolute shithole on MLK Boulevard for that low of a price in Florida.
No, yeah, I'm in a very good place. I pay very cheap, but at the
Not
same
even out
time,
in the country in Florida are you gonna get that price.
yes. But at the same time, it comes with everything that San Antonio has to offer, which is not good.
You don't like it?
I love it, but I didn't move here. As far as like recently or just to get away from stuff, I'm used to it. I'm saying for people that are like looking for a cheap place to live,
Yeah.
like trying to escape California, there's going to be people that are trying to escape. Um, what's the town in LA? Like,
San Francisco, Los Angeles.
no, in LA, but I'm thinking about like Lake Elsinore, and that's over there. It's east of LA, Lake Elsinore. I used to live out there. They move here. They think that hey, my rent goes from 3,000 a month for a 3 bedroom to 900 a month for a 3 bedroom, and I'm escaping the ghetto. And they come here, and there's gunshots and grenades going off. They're like, "What the fuck's going on over here?"
How the hell is your rent $450 a month in Northwest Florida?
Who said that?
Some guy said his rent is $450. I genuinely do not believe that. You can't
Northwest.
really convince
Were
me.
you above Tallahassee? Like
I don't
you up there
understand.
by the Mississippi border?
I've seen very, very, very few places that are under like $800, $900 for rent
Or
in the
Alabama
U.S.
border? Yeah.
Pensacola, maybe. I don't know. I kind of find that hard to believe though,
Well, they
but
might they
maybe.
might be like splitting like bedrooms or something.
Springville in Illinois. I think it's called something like that. Something like that. It's
I've
a
heard
meth
I've met
town.
people in the Marines that were from Illinois and they're all garbage. But go
Yeah,
on.
in Springville, I think it's called, or something like that. You can get like a house for like 700, 600. You're just completely surrounded by meth heads, and there's nothing to do. J Money pays 3K for a one bedroom. You're in California, right? What city or what state? I used to pay like 1.7K for a one bedroom.
Smoking indoors is crazy. Most mentally. Well, it's my fucking place. And I do what I want with it. Ask your mom if
They're
you can
just
smoke inside,
dicks.
man.
They're dicks. If you guys have any questions or comments, drop some super chats. I'll read them all out loud. We can talk about
And
whatever
they
you want.
they have not noticed that me and you have been debating back and forth about rhinos for the past 20 minutes. They
Yeah, they
didn't
don't
notice
care.
that. They just think that we're over here like doing a
Oh,
circle suck or something.
$5,000 for a Bay Area for a one bedroom? Are you being serious? $5,000. So for a three bedroom, okay. So not only do you got to risk your life of getting killed, shot, stabbed, you can't defend yourself, you can't own a firearm, or you're getting like 5 to 10 years in prison. but you're literally risking getting shot, robbed, and killed pretty much every day. That sounds like a deal. 5K, where do you sign me up? Where do I sign up for that?
POS red states.
Rates went up in the Bay Area. Yeah, I don't understand why. J Money, what area of California are you in?
Well, that's not too far off because I was paying $3,000 for a 2-bedroom out in San Diego,
Damn. Yeah,
and
San
it gets
Diego is
more expensive.
expensive.
Northern California gets more expensive. It's not cheap living in Southern California. You pay the sunshine tax. That's what we call it. I'm in
Well,
Texas.
Florida has sunshine too, and we ain't paying 5K for a 3 bedroom.
What I make in 4 days covers my whole rent
Hell
out here in
yeah.
Texas. Out in California, I had to work. It was probably about 2-3 weeks.
Damn. That's how I felt when I was
And
living in Florida.
yeah, and then going on to what you do now, man. Like, this is a travel channel. Your name is a travel channel. People just look at you, they see your hat, they see your debates, they think that's all you have to offer. It's not. You offer a lot more than that. You offer a way for these people to escape the paycheck to paycheck stuff by traveling, by looking abroad, by, and you know
Hell
what I'm
yeah,
talking
that's
about.
all what I'm about.
Yes, that's why I subscribe to you, man. Because you're on travel. That's what I want to hear. That's why I asked for that guy that was on before me. I asked for his info. I'm about to hit him up.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I really like him. He's a member. He
He,
dropped a comment in here actually. He's the one I pinned. He's the comment I pinned. Super chats. Any questions or topics are read out loud. Let us know,
Congress
guys.
had to vote on the bump stock ban.
Congress, yeah.
Why did Trump not put in a sun clause, like any kind of like sunset clause on it? Same way Bill Clinton did with the assault weapons ban. Bill Clinton did more for the GOP than Trump, going into what he just said. Bill Clinton did more for the GOP than Trump or Reagan did as far as like the Second Amendment, libertarian rights. All of us have the right to live, do what we want, just don't harm others. Bill Clinton at least put a sunset clause. Donald Trump said, nah, screw that. We're just going to leave them banned permanently. And he put his signature on that.
Once again, he did put his signature on it, but man, Supreme Court overturned it. Thank God. I'd be in a casino if it wasn't for this guy's entertainment. AJ Money, I appreciate that. Stay the hell away from the casino. Stay the hell away from the casino. Just like the casino, though, you can drop a $5 super chat. You never know what you'll get.
Yeah, man. It's Bill Clinton. Like I said, Bill Clinton was probably one of the best presidents we ever had as far as recent
I
times.
don't know about that, but he did. He's better than Obama, but he did a lot of shit that I disagree with.
Oh,
But
you
he
talk
also
about
did
the
a lot of
Kenyan?
shit I agree with.
You talk about the president of Kenya, Obama? Don't get me
I'm so
started about that
surprised you'd say
motherfucker.
that. That's such a
I
MAGA
don't I
thing to
don't like
say.
Trump that much. I don't like Bush that much, especially because I was involved in Bush's war over there. But I
You really don't like
don't talk to me
Obama.
about Obama.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then he ruined our children's food in
We
schools.
have a surplus right now, by the way, Tyson, if you didn't know. We have a
Obama
surplus right now.
Obama and Michelle Obama jacked up the school's food rate. What you have to pay to get food. They made it more healthier. It went up. A lot of the food prices went up for children that were in back in 2008 to 2016.
That's unfortunate. That was when I was in school.
Yes. You noticed a lot of your favorites went away. The pizza, the square pizza.
Yeah.
A lot of food prices went up. And
I'm pro-America, not pro-criminal. Well, a lot of your favorite politicians are criminals. They just haven't been charged with anything.
should have stayed in school. Well, hello to you too. His name's hello to you.
uh, if you guys got
Release
any
the Epstein
questions or
files.
topics, drop
Michelle
some super
Martinez.
chats.
¿Qué pasa, Michelle? What's going on? Trump
Yeah,
stand.
as I was saying about my travel plans, if you guys have any political questions, though, we can answer those too. This guy's a former Marine Corps man. But if
Once
you
a
guys
Marine,
have any
always a Marine.
questions, let me know. Drop some super chats. But I'll talk about my travel plans for a second. So yeah, if things go well, maybe I'll visit the Netherlands and maybe October or maybe November. And from there, I'll go to Florida for a while, maybe like a month, maybe Texas, maybe San Antonio. We'll see. And
There we go.
then from
You
there
always got
back.
a house here, by the way. I have a rental house I can put you in if you need it.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I don't. Yeah, it'll be all you, no charge. Just
Damn,
or
that's nice, my guy.
or shit. You can come see me. Just come stay in the crib, man. It's just me.
Hell yeah,
I got a couple of bedrooms open.
nice
You know,
crib,
it's a nice
nice
place.
crib.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you not a rhino? You keep silencing people for no reason. I'm not the one that's the moderator in the chat. And I think it's hilarious that the Democrats want to preach to me about freedom of speech. There's no such thing as absolute freedom of speech anyway. What are you guys
The
smoking?
biggest violators of the First Amendment, Democrats. The biggest violators.
That's why they'll constantly tell you, well, aren't you for the First Amendment? Yeah, I am for the First Amendment, but I don't think someone should go into someone else's business, start cursing them out, acting a fool, and expect not to get kicked out. What are they going to do? Scream, oh, the First Amendment, you can't kick me out of your business. You can't kick me off the private property. That's bullshit. Just like Facebook or Twitter can kick you off their platform if you say some bullshit on their platform. That should be when it
Absolutely.
comes to private businesses, social media accounts, YouTube accounts. That's basically kind of like a private business in the internet world. I do believe in freedom of speech, but other than those things, I believe in complete freedom of speech. But when it comes to any bullshit like walking in airports, saying bombs, this or that, hell no, that ain't freedom of speech. That's straight up fucking terrorism. That's verbal terrorism.
Well, man, hey, good conversation today.
You heading off now? We got 10 more minutes. You gonna give these people?
Uh,
It's all up to you, my guy.
hey, I'll tell you what. Here's what's gonna happen. To be honest with you, I'm gonna walk. I live in a very walkable part of San Antonio, and I'm gonna tell you where I live on the Discord to let you know where I live. Like as far as like walkable, extremely walkable. There, I have 3 gas stations, 4 bars that touch my block.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna walk over there. I'm gonna pick up some more beer. Maybe go to one of the bars. But I will be watching your chat, see what happens.
Hell
Maybe
yeah.
I'll get
Cool,
back in
cool.
later. But
Does anyone
um,
else want to jump in? Let's see if anyone in the comments wants to jump in. Anyone wants to jump in? Drop some comments. Join my Discord. Message me, and I'll send you the link real quick.
I just I don't want to hop on here and drive while I'm on the stream. I feel like that would be bad, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Or walk. I meant walk. I don't want to walk anywhere. So
Anyone in here want to join the stream and talk about something? Come on, Patriot Dad. We want you in the stream. Let's get any of you
well
guys
here,
in the stream talking. Join the Discord.
damn, there's no way I can do this without doxing myself. Not that I care,
Yeah,
but
don't dox
um
yourself on here because there's a lot of
well
crazies
I
on here.
don't well all my I They would be able to figure out exactly where I live if I do what I'm thinking about.
Not one racist or insane people on here other than Democrats, ironically enough. We literally had an insane lady on here yesterday. She was either legally
Yeah, I saw that.
insane
I saw that lady.
or a speed addict, or both of them.
ELS Marine, more like it. Jelly donut, brother. You must not know a lot of Marines. We're all a little bit slow. And the red crown is my favorite. In case you're wanting to send something to my house, I like the red crown.
I never said Hitler is good. What kind of crack are you guys smoking? The crack that Hunter cooks up in his condo or his mansion? What are you guys smoking?
They're the same. They're the same, brother. They are the same four commenters repeating the same 18 messages. They're bots. They are the same people, just they're bots.
She was on
These are
crack.
not.
She was literally on crack, and you guys are saying she schooled me. Okay. She kept screaming about how she knew everything about the Constitution, and then 2 seconds later, I would say, "Okay, where is that thing that you're talking about in the Constitution?" And she said, "Well, I don't know, but I can look it up for you." Then she came back from Google searching, and she said, "Well, I didn't find it in the Constitution, but it's a law, but it's a law." Literally, that's how she talked. And then when she kept repeating the same shit, I know the Constitution, I know everything in it, I know the Constitution. I said, okay, where is it in the Constitution? Please tell me. I'd love to educate me. I'm here to learn some things now and then. I don't know everything, so tell me in the Constitution where it is. And then she just told me to look it up after she tried to look it up and she couldn't find it.
Dude, these are the same people that just watch us debate each other for a little bit about rhinos and Republicans and Democrats. And they're sitting here talking about we're both. Dude, it is one sided as far as the negative comments go. That's the one thing I noticed about your channel.
I will say the haters are dedicated. You guys have some kind of dedication. You might not be dedicated to anything else in your life, but you are 100% dedicated to coming to my channel day after day to drop a comment that I will never read. So I do appreciate
Cornox.
that.
Cornox. Let's hear the Marine tell a story. Look up Ton Tavern on YouTube or Wikipedia, depending on
If you
how
guys
big your
have any
attention span
questions or
is.
comments before he goes for the Marine here, we can answer them. Just drop some
Fake
super chats.
Marine. Fake Marine. Stolen Valor. You heard it here first.
Just like your favorite guy, Tim Walsh.
You dickhead. Why would you bring that up?
Cuz, fuck him.
No, don't talk about my boy Tim Walls like that, man.
You
Come
like
on
that
now.
guy? You being serious or you just trolling?
I
What
feel
was your
like I gotta back.
huh?
I feel like
What was your favorite thing
dude.
about Tim Walsh? The tampons he put in the little boys' bathrooms, or the fact that he
Don't
led the George Floyd protesters
don't
burned
talk
down
about
his
the first
town?
man of America like that.
Oh my God! Can you imagine the first man of America? Can you
Yes,
imagine it?
sir.
I cannot. Holy shit!
Shit,
Holy
it
fuck!
almost happened.
Almost.
You
I
red
don't
boys
think
got
so. A
lucky.
couple million
You
more
you got
votes, maybe, but 7 swing
you MAGA
states.
boys got lucky on that one.
Lucky, we won 7 swing states. 2 million votes, 3 million votes, something like that.
Oh,
Kicked for kissing
hey,
the
dude.
Taliban. Who was kicked for
I
kissing the
gotta,
Taliban?
I gotta send you a meme about Tim Walls.
Oh, there's so many on him. We still got 200 people in here. Come on, guys. He's going to have to go in a minute. Drop some super chats if you have any questions for him. Or for me.
Oh
We can talk
man,
about whatever you guys want. Or I did 50 push-ups this morning for a super chat. If you guys want to see me do 300 to 400 push-ups, drop a $10 or $20 super chat. How about that?
MAGA boy avoids comments hard for him to answer. I'm not a MAGA boy.
No, I answer
I'm not
every
a MAGA
single
boy
super
at
chat.
all.
I think they're talking about me, but they would still think you're a MAGA boy. Hey guys, he forgot his hat. He forgot his hat at work, so that's why he's not wearing his hat.
I'm not a MAGA boy at all.
Wasn't talking about you.
Okay, well, I hope not, because you'll never see me wearing a MAGA hat.
But we will see you wearing a Tim Walsh hat.
Yeah, right. I took it off when I got scared when I saw the background states losing. It was stolen valor, right?
Yeah.
Breaking news: Tim Walz drops out of the battleground states
No, the
when he saw he was
Democratic
going to
Party was
war.
quite mad when they heard that Tim Walsh is not going to be running as even vice president or as president in 2028.
Well, Gavin Newsom's probably coming up.
Oh, what do you think about that guy?
Well, speaking as a former California resident, I
Yeah.
think the Terminator would have a better chance.
Oh my God, yeah, for sure. He $24 billion that was supposed to go for homeless people went missing under Gavin Newsom.
That is when I left. When Gavin Newsom won, I left California.
$100 million of fire aid money that was raised in a benefits concert went missing, and some of it got donated to these nonprofit companies. One of them, Gavin Newsom, was the owner of, and he just set it up to steal the money. He won't tell us how much of it he got. It could be 1 million, it could be 50 million, but he got some money off of that. And how the hell is this
I'm
guy
sure he
buying
did.
$8 million homes if he's not stealing?
I'm sure he did. But hey, man, I'm gonna walk next door to the gas station, pick up some beer, maybe walk to some of the bars. I'll
Cool.
hop back in later. How long do you plan on streaming?
I don't know, maybe another hour or two. We'll see how it goes.
I'll see you. All right.
All right, see you, my guy. Peace.
All right.
Thanks
Yes,
for
sir. I'll
joining.
see you around here on travel.
See
Good
you.
to see you.
Good to see you. Who's the guy next to Big Mike? That's Barack Obama. Does anyone have any other questions, topics, anything they want to talk about? Drop some super chats. Let's get this rolling, guys. I know you know how Trump is doing with the economy. He's doing excellent, amazing jobs month after month. Amazing. Amazing, guys. If you want me to talk about anything, I'll talk about it. Drop some super chats, though. If anyone else wants to Trump in here, if anyone else wants to Trump in here, they can join the Discord and leave me a comment. You can Trump in here. You can jump in here. Any questions? Any comments? Hit that like, subscribe button. What rights? They have the same rights as everyone else, except they can't be in the military. Trans cannot be in the military. There's only man and woman. There's only two genders. If you guys got any questions, comments, we can talk about whatever you like. How is it rage bait? Is the hat enraging you, or is it this photo in the background? Any real comments or questions you guys want to talk about? We can talk about whatever you want, Gia. All you gotta do is ask a question and drop some super chats. It is kind of tired and boring that all you guys want to talk about is Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. But I'll talk about it if you want to drop a super chat. I can do 50 push ups if anyone wants to drop a $10 or $20 super chat. That's a Pokemon hat. Drop a super chat. Tell me what your favorite Pokemon is. Drop a super chat. Tell me what your favorite Pokemon is. Oh, Gia's crying. Her channel isn't monetized. No one cares what she has to say. I'm sorry, Gia. If you guys got any questions, political topics, you want to talk about this man and his treason, all his treason he's doing, we can talk about it. We can talk about his treason. They're mad because Trump's making America great again. That guy hated Trump. Well, I wouldn't say hated, but he didn't like Trump. He didn't like Trump, and he still admitted tariffs work, and Trump's tariffs are working. Everyone knows Trump's tariffs are working. If you have two brain cells, you know the tariffs do excellent. Why is the stock market and the economy booming? Why is the American stock market higher than all these Europe, Australian stock markets, huh? Why are we doing better in our stock market than Europe and Australia? Why? How? How is the stock market booming? Let me show you with a simple graph how the stock market is booming. How about that? Obviously, you don't own any stocks, but I can show you with a simple graph on how the stock market is booming since it's apparently hard for you to comprehend how well the market is doing. I can show you with a few simple graphs. A few simple graphs. 6 months, 6%. And the stock market always booms the most in the last half of the year. Yeah, I do know about the European stock market. I do know about Australia's stock market. It ain't doing too well compared to America's stock market. This is higher than yearly averages. And last year in the Nasdaq we lost 10% in the stock market. Wonder why? Wonder why we lost 10% in the Nasdaq market last year. It's above average, brother. We're on track for above average. If you guys got any questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, let's get some super chats rolling. You guys aren't saying much of anything. I answer every single super chat out loud. So if you have any questions, let me know. We have more steel than Australia, but keep crying about it. And Australia is not doing that well. They have a living crisis, a housing crisis. Look at Sydney, Australia. The wages aren't paying enough to afford your own place. Don't talk to me about Australia when you can't even afford to move out of your parents' house. Dandy, we get it. You don't got any money. You don't got to tell us. Keep that personal information. Unless anyone has anything important to say, any questions, comments, anything you guys want me to read out loud, I might end this in 2 minutes and, try to see if there's any guests that want to join. Death Machine, if Australia was doing so well, you would be able to drop more super chats to talk about whatever you want. But obviously, it ain't doing too good. You only dropped one ever, so I guess the economy in Australia isn't doing that good, huh? Trump has the highest approval rating for any Republican in the last 50, 60 years. I'll be waiting, guys. Is there anything you want to talk about? Any questions, comments? Drop some super chats. You can talk about whatever you like. Just got back. You want to hop back in? You got back that quickly? Did you just pick up beer and come back? Have another drink, pal. I haven't drank any beers this evening. Maybe tomorrow. Send the link. Okay, let me restart this. I'll send the link. Have I noticed they make up their own numbers? Yeah, I have noticed it. Let me start the stream over again, and I'll invite you into a new one. Okay, brother?